Oh, there's another challenge here. Write a function called getOddLength words at property. Given an object and key, and our function must return an array containing all the odd length word elements of the array located at the given key. If array is empty, return empty array. If array has no odd length elements, return an empty array. If property at the given key is not an array, return empty array. If there is no property at the given key, then simply return empty array. Alright, that's the given object. Let's write a function. That's a call. And let's write a function. And function takes two parameters, obj and let's say key. And we have object with array in here, and this should return odd length, odd length words, excuse me, which hasn't words, as you see the output here. Odd is usually 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, Alright, let's create a new array using reduce. As you know, reduce takes callback function with, let's say, two parameters, ACC, accumulator, and element. And then let's initialize it as an array. So we can read this like this. So ACC is an array, just a result array. E is element inside the object key array. So which is E, all these elements, they belong to this E. So every time E goes through accumulation, it uses each element inside the object key array. So let's see how it works. If each element length remained equals 1, then it's going to be odd. Then push that element into our ACC array. Simply return that array and then lock our newly created array and return array one more time. Alright, this should work. Let's try it in the console. Alright, there you go, that works. Now we've got here a few more nodes. So what it says in here is, if the array is empty, return an empty array. So which means if the array is empty, return an empty array. So if this is looking like this, then simply return empty array. If obj key equals empty. Oh, wait. If this is empty, then our wait, look, see, very easy. If this was empty, our reduce simply returns an empty array. Yeah, that's easy. There's no need to do anything here. This was easy. Next one. If it contains no odd elements, it should return an empty array. If it contains no odd elements, let's try it again. So let's see if it contains no odd elements. So there's no odd elements. There you go. We got it done. If the property of the given key is not an array, it should return an empty array. If the property is not an array, so let's say this is a word. It's not an array, it's a word, right? Now we need to create if obj key is not an array. If this is not an array, then simply return empty array, right? Return empty array. So how do we check this? There's a method, array is array, checks if it is array or not. So let's try this. If obj key is not an array, then simply return empty array. Reduce is not a function. Let's go back. If, oh, I'm sorry, I left this. If it's not an array, then return. Right? If it was not an array, if obj key is not an array, then return an empty array. Let's try it. There you go. Alright, and the last one is what it says. If there's no property to the given key, return empty array. If there's no property, which means, let's say there's nothing in here. So let's add this, else if obj, there's method, obj has no any keys, again return empty array, right? If obj has no any keys, simply return an empty array. Let's check that again. Alright, there you go. So I think we've done all the checkings, and let's make it nicer here. Else, simply go and do that. Right? So this checks here, checks in here, and then simply does the rest. And now let's try it last time. Let's say this is an array. Right, so all seems alright. Conditions are done. There you go. Words with odd length. Thank you so much. See you later.